Hey everyone, I'll be covering all of the Nintendo Switch's game announcements for the 4th week of November, so let's get started. Almost 2 years after its Japanese release, Level 5 has finally confirmed that Snack World: The Dungeon Crawl Gold is releasing in the West. This is a roguelike action RPG full of slapstick comedy and quickie food puns. Enjoy a single-player story alone or tag team with 3 others, all for online, to tackle massive bosses while raiding for loot. Trover Saves the Universe is a comedic adventure game full of combat, platforming, puzzles, and morally questionable choices presented to the player. You control Trover's movement but not his mouth, and he's got a lot to say when you traverse each area. The Jopo Mode DLC will be included for the Switch. Katana Kami: A Way of the Samurai Story is a combat-focused action game that features procedurally generated dungeons that can be raided every night for upgradable loot. A newly announced Crossroads Killing Online mode is a free-for-all online experience where strangers can befriend you or betray you. The action RPG Dungeon Defenders Awakened is a sequel that ventures back to the vibrant land of Eternia on a mission to stop the old ones, time-traveling back in time to prevent the hard-fought victories achieved in the original Dungeon Defenders. Battle with 4 characters, collect loot, upgrade your skills, and tackle massive bosses. Including several gameplay enhancements, quality of life changes, retooled hitting and pitching mechanics, and much more, R.B.I. Baseball 20 promises to be a fast-paced baseball experience and the best game in the series when it releases next March. Mixing food, sports, and racing, Football is a pastels colors paradise played in an isometric view with a full single-player story to tackle and 8 playable characters with their very own eccentric racing machines and playstyles. In Skeleton, a giant party, experience over 15 colorful and funny mini-games with different gameplay mechanics and environments, or tackle the sandbox mode to unlock over 50 items that you can then carry over to the 4-user multiplayer experience. The Gladiator arena game, where you can be eaten, bleed out, and die easily, Story of Gladiator, introduces you to the pit, where you'll tackle a series of battles across the Roman times to become the new champion, learn abilities, get new gear, and upgrade your arsenal to reach the top. Pompo is a fast-paced action experience that clearly takes inspiration from Bomberman. Throw, deflect, bounce bombs, and be the last one standing in local multiplayer with up to 4 players. Yumi Neko: When They Cry Blossom, Symphony of Dreams, and Catbox is not only the longest game title ever, but also a visual novel collection hitting the Switch in 2020. This bundle includes the Question Arc, the Answer Arc, alongside Hirogashi: When They Cry, which is actually an earlier game in the franchise that was never released in the West. Real-time battle Shogi Online is exactly what the title makes it out to be, a full-time online versus experience for Shogi players to level up in, unlock avatars, skins, and other cosmetics as they fight for supremacy and leaderboards. A young man visits the famous Neko shrine near Akihabara one day, where he's met by 2 cat-ear shrine maidens that offer to rid of his bad fortune if they live together, in the comical visual novel Neko Miko, released on December 5th. Jump between platforms to solve puzzles with just one-hand controls in Wonderling. Discover secret stages, take advantage of specific stage-based boost, wall jump, and discover more traversal options in this colorful platformer. The Wii U-like Family Tennis SP is a tennis game with 8 unique characters and over half a dozen of game modes where you can challenge yourself, your friends, and the community at large for top rank. Studio Digital Caffeine has confirmed that Chained is in development for the hybrid console. Details are hard to come by for this light adventure puzzler since the indie studio posted a quick update on their Twitter page. The quirky party racer, Mush Dash Amigos, is full of wacky characters that mixes the feel of Mario Kart and Micro Machines into a fun experience to play locally with friends. The Kickstarter project for Cosplay Convention Crisis is seeking to hit the Switch stretch goal. In this visual novel, you manage your schedule, collect trivia, and try not to die in bizarre wild ways as you deal with girls constantly cosplaying around you. Play as one of the 4 magical sisters to conquer the territory for the chance of the ultimate prize in Chameleon, a color-matching puzzler with several modes and difficulties to ease new players in. Race through the candy-filled vastness of space with the internet's old meme cat and Nyan cat lost in space. Unlock over 10 available skins and online leaderboards are available. The 1v1 combat RPG Tiny Gladiator has a simple premise. The more fights you win, the more weapons you can afford. Survive the tower and a whopping 195 levels tailor-made specifically to drive you nuts. And that's all the game announcements we'll be covering this week. I won't get into too much detail for now, but it does seem to be like things are progressing behind the scenes regarding the YouTube situation. So for now, I will continue putting out these videos weekly as I have been for all these years. I know that many of you appreciate the quick summary of announcements, even though some people on Reddit really seem to dislike them. So all in short, expect a video next week. So with that said, as per always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate the support, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. See ya!